Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, I went on a bit of a Transformers marathon recently. I started to recollect the toys, and it made me want to watch the series again because I hadn't watched it probably for like 10 or 15 years since I first bought it on DVD. And I originally bought it in separate season American volumes, and then I got the local ones, and then I got the box set, and then I got the remastered, and then I found ones on YouTube that were better quality. So I ended up watching the YouTube ones, and I didn't end up watching any of the 4 versions I bought on DVD. I'm glad I still have them because those ones on YouTube may not be there forever, but they are slightly better quality because they never released the episodes on Blu-ray, only DVD, standard DVD. So yeah, unfortunately, I lost the video. I lost the videos for the reviews of season 1 and 2 because I did a review of each season as I went through them in the movie. I found season 1, I put that up, and although I found season 2 along with it, I've lost it again, so I'm just doing another one. Now season 2, I mean, season 1 is classic. It sets up the story, it establishes the main characters, but season 2, there were a lot more episodes. I think there were 39 of them altogether, and you really got time with the characters, and you know, you had whole episodes dedicated to characters, so they introduced a lot of new toys for that year, and for the second season of the show and the second sort of wave of the toys, and a lot of them got their own episodes. Maybe that was the only episode they showed up, but at least they got a whole episode. Characters like Grapple and Trax, although Trax, you know, did come back, but he got a couple of episodes, and it was just really fun and to feel the sort of change in the format between the shows. But and they also started to establish a lot of the lore and the mythology around how the Transformers were created, where they came from. Now this, of course, contradicts the comic version, contradicts this version and that version, and there are so many versions now. They've tried to create a Transformers universe, which sort of managed to include all of them together, but multiverses are very problematic. But so far as the season itself, the episodes were pretty good. They had some standout ones like the Golden Lagoon and the Girl Who Loved Power Glide, and like I said, the episodes with Trax, and there was also well, unfortunately, I was nearly going to talk about an episode from the first season because they had a bit of a climax with the first season. They didn't really have that so much with the second season. They had a couple of good 2-parters, but there really was just a really basic ending, a basic normal episode, and there really was no sense of what was going to come when Transformers ended for that year. You know, fans assumed it would return the next year and the same characters would come back and everything. And we all know what happened with season 3 and the movie. But, I mean, I'm just trying to think, what are some of the standout episodes and some of the titles? Like the Key to Vector Sigma was where they actually showed Optimus Prime's origin, and you know, we got introduced to characters like Orion Pax. Well, of course, that was the early Optimus, and Alpha Trion. What was the name of the other one? There was one big episode. It was one of the 2-parters, and I should be able to remember this. I shouldn't have to look at this, but I am. I think that was Megatron's Master Plan. Yeah, that was the one where basically they banished the Transformers from Earth. I hope I'm not getting my seasons confused. Yeah, it is season 2, yeah. Because the first 16 episodes of the original Transformers season, I was fairly sure I remember them because I had like the sticker book and everything. But yeah, I love the second season. You get so much more time with the characters, and there is a sense of, you know, it's just going to keep going, and it is sad what happened because I didn't really think about it until when I was watching these, how great it could have been if they just kept going with the original Transformers and not cynically killed them all off in the movie so they could bring in a new toy line, which was mostly new product, which wasn't as good as the original products based on the Diaclone figures. So it's all very sort of interesting to think about that, which I never really thought about until just now. But yeah, I mean, season 3 still had some good stories. It went a lot more science fiction, so it had some interesting stories, and some with quite a bit of depth, but it just lost the charm of Robots in Disguise, of these aliens being on Earth, transforming into robots, and transforming from robots into vehicles that we could all relate to, or maybe even we owned or, you know, saw around us and that. So yeah, I mean, as much as I enjoyed the season and sort of enjoyed talking about it, we sort of know what's coming. The movie was great, but it was the beginning of the end in some ways for Transformers for that first generation. Although I consider that first 2 seasons the first generation because it was 25 years, because there was a 20-year gap between season 2 and 3. And sort of the movie and that sort of is still sort of first generation, but I know everything after that is still included in generation 1, but I sort of never sort of looked at it that way. But I'm sort of rambling. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm really glad I rewatched these. They held up a lot better than I thought. The stories were a lot better than I remembered. And I'm probably going to watch them again a lot sooner than like last time.